starting here, our Amazon chicken coop. I got it. It came in 3 boxes. It included the chicken run. I'll throw a link to the chicken coop that we got in the description, but all in, I think it's a grand total of, I think it was $300 for shipping to get here. Now we are just starting with our chicken coop adventure here, and like with a lot of folks, it's just something that we're getting started. I'm gonna turn this real quick, just FYI. There we go. There we go. Sorry, my had my camera the wrong way. It's so this is a little AI model. It's gonna follow me around as we're doing work here, but we want to get started with chickens here on our homestead. We have a half-acre lot here in West Michigan, and we want to have chickens for a couple reasons. Eggs are, I mean, like this much of it, just a small little bit. I really want it for the manure more than anything. To be able to help here in the garden with the nitrogen level. Also, be able to just have them help out with any sort of scraps that we don't necessarily need or we don't end up composting. Okay, so again, I'll come here live pretty consistently throughout the spring, summer, and fall here in the garden and around the homestead working on things. So I hope to earn your subscription today. So with this, maybe take a quick little tour around the garden so you can see. Again, this will follow me, should in theory. Okay. So back over this side is where the house is at. Back here on the north side, I've got my full greenhouse. You can see there. Shed. I got composting is over on that end here. You can see some of the awnings, and then over here, stay with me, buddy. There we go. So far, so good. We've got my tomato trellises are here, and they run this whole length over here. And then behind where you guys are at is where I do a lot of my brassicas and other stuff. So that's kind of what the garden looks like here. So let's get into this here. Now, I got this one again as a starter. It's just meant to make, basically dip our toes in the water, see if this is something that we want to be able to do or not. So um I have people drive by here all the time. Plus church is getting ready to get out here in a second. So lots of people will be coming by. So you see me waving, and we might even have some people stop by to chat. So you never know what's going to happen. So, anyways, I got these here. Let's come on down here. You can see. So it's in 3 boxes. I got one, two, and then the third one right behind me there. And I got this one. Again, is just a simple one to put together. We're going to place it out here, just to kind of work on the orientation, but to have it out and to kind of get it set up. I just want to see what it's going to be like. This is going to be probably our first year or two chicken coop. I plan on expanding it as well, making it a little bit larger, and we'll make some adjustments to it once we understand how we want to have our chickens set up. But I didn't want to go and build the ultimate chicken coop and then realize, you know what, maybe chickens aren't for us, or it's just not going to work. You know what I mean? So that's not fair to the chickens, right? So with this, first and foremost, please make sure you know your ordinances. I'm on the village council here. I write the ordinances, so I know the ordinances for this, and those are the things that you just want to make sure first. So the way this comes as a kid, um, it really just pieces together according to the instructions. Like it comes in a couple boxes. It folds out. We're gonna throw some of the roof on, and it's supposed to just connect with a few screws and just come into place. And then the run is the same thing, it expands out. So we're gonna find out together. I have not unboxed this, and we're all gonna suffer through watching me try to figure out how to put this thing together. So buckle in, folks. So with that, if you're on here, you happen to come by and you see this is going on, don't hesitate to throw a question in the chat. I'm keeping an eye on it. Periodically, we just got my computer set up over here, so I will see. In fact, let me adjust that down a little bit. See a little bit better because we do have folks that come by our live streams pretty regularly. I just want to make sure I don't miss anybody who comes up. But we're a little further away than I normally am, just because where we're at. Okay, so first things first, got to get all of the and we'll take a look at the pieces as they come up here. I'm gonna little windy day. We're gonna do our best. So this right here is gonna be our step for the chickens to get up, and they have looks like they've got asphalt and stone, crushed stone on here to make help with the weatherproofing on that. So that's pretty cool. We'll take that. Again, I don't expect this to be this shouldn't be oak or anything. It's gonna be some lighter wood here. But oh wow, okay. When they said it folds out, they weren't joking. Like it literally folds out. Okay. So I just kind of want to get these pieces out as they come. When I do lift this out, I'm not damaging anything. I'm sure I'm going to do enough damage over time. Got me, buddy? Come here. There we go. All right, so this looks like something hinged. I'm sure in the directions we'll figure this out. So we got something hinged. It's kind of there. Place that over there. This. Oh, well, there you go. When we look at the picture, this appears to be. There you go. Come with me, buddy. It's going to be on our bottom piece here, but we're going to just place this right here for now. Just kind of out of the way, right? So there's that. And again, what it is we're going to have an area. This is more than likely going to swivel. I got that figured out, but um, it's just small run. But I did pick up the extra run, the extension, so the chicken's got a little bit further to go. Not trying to have them minimally boxed up there. And again, it's also important to know like the number of chickens you're going to have. Again, not chicken chicken coop raising science, scientist guy. It's all my reading off the internet and asking Chat GTP what I'm supposed to do. We got a second one here as well. Okay. So far, so good. Oh, okay. We got more pieces here, kind of coming apart. I don't know what that is. We're gonna find out. It's gonna be exciting. Gonna be exciting here. Probably the roof is what I'm guessing. Like this second piece, the second box is gonna be the roof section. Maybe? I don't know. We got a lot of stuff here. Oh, all right. So let me get you all. Got some side pieces here. So again, this in here. Got a couple edges. No idea. I'm sure that's gonna present itself shortly. Oh man, does it ever feel good to be out here though? I think it's 50 degrees out right now, 45-ish probably. The sun coming down. Oh, so great. Where I'm at in Michigan, talking about the wife of this morning, we went 9 months without having back-to-back days of 9 months or 9 weeks, excuse me, without back-to-back days of sunshine. It is pretty brutal. It's just this part of. Oh, wow, I got more of them, more of these pieces here. We got more of these here. Again, we're gonna figure out what these are for in a second, I'm sure. We'll just place those over there for now. And okay, this looks like it's that. All right. So this is the top, as you the top portion here. We have. I want to kind of get that out. We got all this styrofoam and bubble wrap. I don't really want running all over the place if I can help it. Oh, and then we got our bottom. Okay, so this is some sort of plastic stuff on pieces of wood here. Again, I'm certain this is all going to come together with some directions at some point, but for right now, which by the way, I'm excited about the styrofoam. I need some additional styrofoam in the greenhouse for my uh under my trays. The stuff I had last year didn't hold up too well, so it had to be sent to the recycle center. We have a place that we can take styrofoam. I'm sure it probably ends up in the landfill, but it gives me that false sense of uh doing the right thing, you know what I mean? I can put it there and hopefully they're not lying to me. Okay. So we got this spot here. Ooh, sorry, didn't mean to blind y'all there. But we got this little shiny piece. I'm assuming this goes somewhere. We'll figure that out too. All right. Place this over here. And so I'm gonna move this out some right now. Place it right here. Gonna lock this in there. Now with this, when you talk about my ordinances that I have here, so one of the requirements is that wherever you have your chicken coops at, the underneath them that they need to have 1 foot of chicken wire all the way down to help secure to keep the critters away, and they need to be inside of a fence. Well, this is my exterior for my fence. It has chicken wire and it already has 1 foot down. When I built this, I put chicken wire 1 foot down all the way around. So we're good there. Because again, I'm not sure where this guy is going to end up, is going to eventually land. Like, I don't know that. So what I want to do is just kind of have a spot for this right now. So we got this piece out here. Now I know this basically unfolds and lands like right here. Like that's where this guy goes. They got little pegs in there. They're going to drop in. I'm just not sure on different placements of it, but this is literally how it's supposed to go. Just like that. And come on, there you go. So everybody's in right now. We're getting close to already having a coop. Look at us go. I'm sure there's hardware and other stuff I have to have here. So, but you can see, pretty straightforward. Is this thing gonna last through multiple Michigan winters? Absolutely not. But like I'm saying, this is gonna be our starter that we're gonna have. That's gonna allow us to, kind of do our thing. And you're gonna see how this is gonna. I already kind of see how this is gonna lock into place better. Maybe a little bit more structurally sound in the design. But that means we have to get in here to take a look at that. So, all right. Hopefully, there's some directions in this box. Oh, hey, hey, camera, come on over here. There we go, buddy. Come on. All right. So let's get into the second box here. So far, we have a chick. We have something that kind of looks like a little chicken cube so far. Needs a roof, needs some other stuff. Let's get into it. All right. Okay, so it opens from this side. As always, folks, knife safety. Be careful when you're opening your stuff here. Make sure you know what you're doing. Oh man, does it ever feel good to be out here in this weather though? Man, is it nice. It is so nice out right now. I will take this. Now, obviously, if you're from Florida or a warmer climate, you're gonna be like, obviously be freezing. Excuse me, but considering where we were, excuse me, 3 weeks ago, we're at almost 45, almost a 50-degree change in temperature. If that's what you need to hear. So, all right. So next up is I still have not seen any directions for this. This is exciting. We may be figuring this out on the fly, folks. I hope not, but that might be a thing. I didn't see anything said here. Scan here for um, installation instructions, but that may be going somewhere. So we got a roof, obviously here. It's gonna be one of our roof sections. I can see. We'll take a look, but it has holes in it, so it's all set there. And again, this is asphalt. You can tell they put tar on it, and it's got rocks on it as well too. So the stone, crushed stone, really what you're looking for. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, this is just something I kind of figured we were gonna do chickens eventually. Obviously paying $1 billion for eggs now doesn't help, but also, again, for in the garden, it's just important. Okay, so same thing here. We got the board, and you can see. I don't know if you can see. I tried to put this on where you can see it, but we've got you can't see it on the side. Silly me. All right, we got peg holes in here. They're gonna fit. There's pegs right on top of this. They're gonna drop right on. Like I said, I kind of want to get to some directions first before I just, for assembly procedures. So I'm not having to put stuff on, take it back off, and everything. So we're just kind of unboxing at the moment. I pieced together what we could so we could say, hey, look, it kind of looks like a coop, a little baby coop for a couple chickens. And I say, we're going to get bigger in time here. All right, it's got some additional boards here. We're just going to place over on this spot here. Just kind of have that out of the way. Let's see what else we got for unboxing here. Okay, so these are going to be for the laying boxes for the chickens. I know these are both the same size, but the side of them here, but it's gonna look something like this. All right, put these over here too. And this would be where the part where they said when you do this, there's only a couple screws they said to assemble it. So I think we're getting closer to that point. Oh, I'm starting to see some hardware, folks. Actual hardware instead of just pieces. Go us. Oh yes. We bubble wrap off here. Again, if you didn't have if you missed the stream yesterday on tomatoes, Go back and check it out. We we have a new starting mix, a new seed starting mix that we're trying out with uh, coconut husk shavings and your standard potting soil. Pretty neat. I like it. So I'm not sure what this is, but again, another piece kind of coming together. Some more stuff here. We'll actually close this box up. I see a red, so I see some red ribbon over here. Normally, when there's red ribbon, that means that's going to lead me to the uh, hardware, like the screws and stuff that we're going to need. I love the fact that they're put all these letters on here. It's really nice. Like this says R. We just need the directions to let me know what the heck R means. Okay. Continuing down here, some styrofoam. Again, like I said, super excited about the styrofoam. I'll need those pieces as well. So we got some brackets. Kind of show you what these brackets look like here. Not sure where they're going to go, but again, it's all super exciting. This is, normally I build my stuff that I put outside. So this is kind of fun actually playing almost like Lincoln Logs and Lego again. So this is going to be for the other side of the laying boxes for the hens. And I have like next week, all of my chicken brooding equipment gets here. All of the yeah, all that brooding equipment gets here. So after the beginning of April, I'm gonna order our chickens. If they have any at the local farm and fleet that are good, or good lord, show my age there. Tractor Supply Company. Uh, we'll go there and grab some. But if not, I'll just order some online. Have them delivered. Now we have a restriction on the number of chickens that we can have. We're limited to 6. But in this case, like I said, I'm gonna order 10 because um and you're gonna everything I've reading says you're gonna lose some chickens during the process, and that is what it is. So, all right, continuing on here. So this looks like these are the laying box tops, like the lids that will lift up to get into them. That's what this looks like. Just place that there. Sure, we're gonna move these again. Then I have this would be the other our other lid top here. Oh, it's got a little crush action going there. I'm not too worried about that. Oh, everyone. All right. Instruction manual and a whole bunch of hardware. Holy Jeebus. That's a lot of screws. Well, good thing I've got this. I've got our screwdriver with us. We'll get to it. All right. So then I have this thing, whatever this is. Got some additional, looks like some cross members here. And then this looks like these are the back ends or the front sides, I should say, of the nesting box where the lid will come down here and it'll latch on. So it's got the latch right there. I can I can I can imagine how that goes. I can't see it in my head, so but I can imagine it. Uh Anyone who's been on the channel for a while, you've heard it before, but I will say it one more time. I have aphantasia, which means I don't have a visual imagination. I can't see stuff in my head. So, like when I say I know that's where that's got to go. It's not like I can picture it. It's just it makes sense. Okay. All right. So that one. Second box is Dunzo. We're just gonna place it over here behind these stakes to keep my best to keep all of this styrofoam from running away on us. Let's get you out of here. You're just king. There we go. I want the stuff closing. There. Not want any breeze. There. What do I here? I don't want any breeze causing me any trouble here. There. Okay, cool. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me while I did that. All right, so let's take a look at the additional hardware that we have here. Like with anything. Bunch of screws. We got some bolt. Oh, of course, we got bolts. Of course, we got bolts. So I do not. Well, we'll make that. We'll figure it out when we get there. All right. So let's see what we need for tools. Hey, T Soto, what's happening? Welcome back. We are in the Okay, so this okay, so this is two-person assembly. Should take us about 60 minutes, is what they're saying. I'm not a betting man on that, but we'll see. Okay, so we lose the gloves here. It's so much warmer today. So don't you would not even like it is like an order of magnitude warmer out here. I can actually be out here and not be freezing. I had to be in the just hang out in the greenhouse what I did yesterday just because it was a solid maybe it was 80. We got up to 85 in the greenhouse yesterday. So nice. All right. So, all right. So I got to take so like I said, I got to take the top back off, but again, we just wanted to look at the top here. I kind of have it there. So, just trying to see where you guys are at. We'll take a look at this and see, maybe have to move the camera and get it down here so you have a better view. We'll see. We'll see what's get going here. So, first things first is going to be, well, let's clear all this off. Choose my other section here. And again, this is just again, you're just joining, as you saw in the picture there, this is just a uh, simple chicken coop that we got off of Amazon. And, oh, hey, so how's this camera doing? Is the moving around following me like too much? I was just wondering. I have some folks that they really dig the fact that like the camera can just follow me while I'm working instead of me just being a static camera where I'm bouncing back and forth. Is this okay, or is it too yuck? You know what I mean? So shrink this guy back up a little bit. Come back to you later. All right, so because I want to make sure that the focus is on here, I am gonna turn off the tracking for a second. Okay, cool, cool. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. All right, so actually, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drop you down for a little bit. All right, sorry about y'all getting up in my face here. We're gonna drop you right here. Have you come down here. Oh, that's level you off there. Real time, folks. This is live. We're making this stuff up as we go here. Okay, so what we're gonna be doing here is obviously getting this guy set. Not too worried about the back here. Let's look at the directions. It says, as we're looking at it, on a side where, okay, there's a front. They both look the same. So we've got a front in the back. So like this back corner over here, I need to do, is there a spot where we've got screw holes? Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's just go for it. Okay. So it's got where it wants me to put three part C to part B. So, okay, so I've got to screw this down. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I get C and B together, which is, this is C, what's B? C. Oh, it's a support. Okay, so these supports go together with P5 screws, and then where's that little cross members at that I had? All right, so we're looking for the cross members. This is what happens when I set stuff up and then I move stuff again. We get in this situation. Oh, here they go. So here's C. All right. You grab my screw. Oh, I'm over here. There we go. You got me. So there you go, bud. Sorry about that, folks. Like I said, real time on this. So we got C here, and we're looking for, going to connect this here, and then we're going to connect it in the back using 6 of these. So I need the P5s, P10, 8. Oh my goodness. Here's P5s. I need 2 of these. And again, P5, it's just on the box. It's on the bag itself. That's pretty standard there, folks. Nothing earth shattering. And we're going to look. So It connects just like this. You see that? Get you up in the sunlight there a little bit. So we're putting in the cross member right there. That's what's happening here. And let's get that guy into place. And there you go. I do want to make sure that this is set up so I'm not stripping anything. That's the other one. Put it on 16. Get it off of 2. So one of the things also, again, we always talk about this anytime we're working with the tools, make sure that you have your tool set up correctly. So one of the things you're going to run into, and people do consistently, is that um they end up stripping their wood, basically their wood screws out. So if you can on your tool here, make sure that you are one, you've got different settings. You want to make sure it's on 1. That's what that's meant for doing screws. But 2, make sure your clutch around here is set to basically give, so you don't overdo your stuff here. Okay. So like I said, make sure it's on 1, and make sure your clutch is set. I keep mine around 12. And if um that's too light to where the clutch starts engaging, you can always strengthen a little bit. But the goal here is you just don't want to strip out your stuff. Like that's the idea. And with this, you have on this, I'll put it up here so you can see, they've got these little nubs on the side here to make sure that you are square. Same thing here, it's got a spot for it to fit in here, and then on the back you got a little area. So just make sure you take your time and line them up. Make sure everything's good. There we go. Even then, that might be a little bit too much. Okay, so there we go. We got the first spot here, folks. Look at, we are cruising, almost like we know what we're doing. Right now, I need to look at the picture again to make sure I know where I'm placing this. And these are going to be, so the P5s placed here, and now we need P6s. So the P2, P2, P7, P6, right here, P6. And I need 6 of these according to this. Just want to look at the picture again. And this goes along the bottom and along the side, it looks like. Okay. So I'm going to do something like this. Well, you guys can see that or not, but it's going to be down here. The sun's gonna keep coming around. This is just, the picture is just gonna keep getting better throughout the day. So P6. So I got need 6 of these. And this wood's pretty soft. I mean, it's whatever Chinese version of pine they got over there, I'm sure. They ain't spent it, this ain't oak or anything. Oak or hickory, any of that. It's just regular old pine. Nice soft wood. Hop in here, and we're gonna do these 6. It's gonna be an effort, but I believe in us, we can get there. Part of what I want to do. Actually, I think I want to start on the bottom first. I don't think there's a good way to do this. They say about an hour. This is funny. Definitely going to take us more than an hour to do this. Sorry if I'm hitting my mic there. Here we go. Oh, at our top. The wind decided to pick up because that's what it does here. And you're not looking for perfection on these here. Large portion of this, you just want to get it in, and then we'll make adjustments as we need to on these things. Cool. All right. Yeah, there's that. This one over. Ooh, all right. So I got opposite corners basically started so it'll hold up and get this in. Now the rest is just going in and doing these last six. And if you hear that, you'll hear like where it's the clutch is engaging. That's what we want, especially with this soft wood, folks. So I've got this set to 9 on my Ryobi here, and you want to have that clutch doing that thing right there, that noise. That is good. Oops. That is going to keep. That's going to save your screws and your softwood here. So we got here. Well, you get to see there. That's why I'm doing it, Soto. I try to do all my stuff live, so folks can don't have to suffer through. We watch those tutorials and like, oh yeah, put in your 6 screws, do this one thing here, and then yeah, it click and the video's over. It's like a 5-minute video, right? And it ends up taking like 3 hours, and you're not sure on stuff. Okay, so I've got. Let me look here. So I got bar support. So bar support S to the corner front and left sides. Let's see where these are at. The front and left side. That's bar support S. Of course, bar support S. Oh, here we go. This is bar support S right here. This goes up front here like that. What do we use with this? With 2 P5 screws. P5, where'd you go, P5? Here's P5, so we can put these in real quick. This is basically what we're doing is we're squaring off the we're squaring this off right now. The structure is what's happening. Oh, back at it here. This has other stuff that it does, but end of the day, here we go. And again, just as a gentle reminder here, folks, you're looking for close on this. It's chickens. So don't overthink it, you know what I mean? All right. Let's get this one in. Make sure this square at the bottom here. Cool. And the redhead's helping me today. She's actually taking care of the perennials in the backyard. We've got like 125 linear feet of um, and they're 5 foot wide beds of perennials. So she's trimming those back today. So I appreciate her help with that. All right. So next is going to be ramp part D. This is part D right here. We're going to do one of these there, one of the, okay. And so this is P4. What we got here? This is P7 times 4. And what we're going to be doing is, just so you guys are aware, on the top here, we've got hinges for this that are going to be attached basically right here. Right here is kind of what we're going with, right? So what that is for the chickens, right? So they can make their way up into the roost area here. That's what we're doing. So I got P7 right here. And this is again where I go back to, please make sure you have your drills are, and whatever you're using to secure your hardware, your screws. I'd much rather your clutch going off and you have to adjust the strength up than the other direction, okay? To where you don't have it. Now, I want to see on the pictures. We'll take a look here. Becoming kind of hard to see, I'm sure, especially when I'm in the sun. Let me come down here. Yeah, it's gonna want to see me. So what it does on here is it actually tells you that you want to have the the ramp resting on top of that bar that we just put in. So that's something that we just want to make sure that we're staying aware of. Okay. Hey. Oh, cool. I don't actually have to climb in this time. I can just kind of be here and exist. That's a nice change of pace. All right. Let's go ahead and let me just double check to make sure this is how far over is this? Is this all the way over? They have it all the way over. So I want to make sure I have it all the way over in the picture. Just like this. There we go. Something like that. Okay. We're cruising. So we're gonna do again, this doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't need to be super pretty. We're just looking for effective. Again, remember, it's chickens, folks. They're pretty happy with whatever. I mean, they're ooh, but but we want to do our best to make sure it's a nice little property for them. Nice area. Okay, so we gonna have to adjust that like that. Looks like I'm gonna be holding this in place to get these going. Nope. There's one. Cool. All right, now we're gonna do this on the other spot here. Make sure, and I'm not going all the way down on these to start, folks. The idea here is have it loose, get it started, and then adjust it as we need, just in case. Come on. That's the other thing, folks, why they don't show this on the videos. You don't get to see like folks struggling to put these things in. There we go. Now we'll tighten them up. All right, so you hear that click? Cool. All right, so there we go. It's like that's the idea. We want this to be able to lift just straight up, just like that. Come back and forth. Lock the chickens in for the night or whatever we're doing. Although they can fly. Who knows? Like I said, we got this. This is just a smaller one just to kind of get us rolling here. It's like with everything that you get, you're if you do these yourself, you're gonna have the opportunity to make it look like however you want, but there's gonna be cost involved and all the cutting and stuff you have to do. But if you buy these prefab like this, yes, you're giving up some of the creativity and the customization, but you know, everything's already put together for you. I already figured out for you. All right, so then I've got the bottom corner. So I've got, and then at the bottom here, they've got four brackets that are going to go in and one bracket that's going to go on each corner, um, with four P7 screws each. Okay, so let's go. Let's find these corner, and it's which bracket is it? It is P11. Should be pretty straightforward. Yeah, I see them right there. Here they are. Here they are. And again, this is simply just to help square everything off. So these are the securing brackets. Then I just need P7s. Where are they at? P7, P6, P3. Guess what we got here, guys? P4. All right, P7. There we go. P7's right here. Already had them out. These smaller ones. And so we're just going to make our way around the coop here and pop these in. And as always, if you're enjoying the stream, please make sure you give a like. Um, Likes are always welcome. They help the algorithm. If there's a way you could share on your Facebook or anything, that would also be great. Anything to help. Like I said, I'm pretty darn close to monetization, which is wild to me. When I started this a year ago, I mean, the goal was to get monetized. The goal was to learn about YouTube for my clients. It wasn't necessarily to get monetized, but now I just enjoy it so much that I'd love to be monetized so I can obviously get paid a little bit while I'm doing this, but um, just makes things a little easier too, while we're doing it. So any help you can give to this old dude would definitely be appreciated. All right. Yeah, this is definitely pine. Definitely some sort of whatever pine they got over there in China, because I can definitely smell it. It's piney when I'm screwing into it. Oh, the ground is definitely it's still it's starting to soften up, which is also great. So I'll be able to get out there with my broad fork here soon and do some work. Hey Red, how goes it? Okay, you don't have to do it all today. Right, and then let's just do this last one here. I love how they say this is an hour to put this together with two people. That's funny. I'm kind of laughing. We're a half hour into it, and I've gotten just a few things here. So they must have different versions of half hours across the Pacific and China, I'm guessing. But hey, well, ain't mad at them. They gave us, we've got this guy. Okay, so put these two in at the same time on this side. And it's important you watch and pay attention which way your brackets are when you're doing this, apparently. 'Cause they're designed brackets, I can tell. They take into account the screws that are already in the housing. So you don't end up screwing into the house into those screws. So that's the thing. Just FYI on that. By the way, on if you go to Amazon for this, if you go to Amazon for this, it says in the um like on the diagram or whatever, you go look at the picture for this thing, it says it assembles with only a few screws. I got like 140 screws here, folks. That's anyway, just more funny stuff from the people putting it together. I think that was probably the engineers having a good time for that one. At least I hope so. Hope they weren't trying to be serious. All right. Oh, I'm good. Thanks, pretty. Okay. So let me do these two over here. Cruising. Yeah, and it's definitely you can tell it is springtime because my garlic, my wild onion garlic that we have here in Michigan, it's coming up, which is always great. I love this part of the country I'm into. It's where I grew up at, but I never have to worry about garlic or onion. It's always growing somewhere in my garden, in my yard. So I can always find it if I need it. And it's a nice light, it's wild onion, but it's definitely got the garlic in it too. Right? Ooh, well, that's all right. Well, again, it could have been this way a little bit more. That's all right though. We'll fix that. All right. I was hoping today I was going to be able to get in also, and you see, oh, see if you guys can see me over here. Hello, over here, over here, buddy. Can you get over here or no? There we go. Come on, follow me over here. There we go. Sorry about that. Um, I was hoping I was going to be able to go warm up my compost today. That's probably gonna have to wait till tomorrow. Not really going to frankly, feel like doing much after this, which is fine. We'll get that squared away when we get it squared away. All right, so I've got my last bracket here and last corner over here, right here. Cool. Which is fine. Like I saying, the compost, I don't really need it woken up for a while. It's fine if it's not up and running yet. It'll. I really don't need it out until uh, I'm basically getting ready to plant. So that's a couple months still. You know, I've got compost. I do have compost in here already. That my my summer compost, I put that out here, so that way, come springtime, we would already be set. You know what I mean? That's kind of the idea to where that was already going to be good to go. So it's already out. Some here. I've got some over where my corn and my uh, sunflowers were, and I should have a cover crop coming up here at some point, but it doesn't seem like it's taken off, which is weird. It's weird. Not something that we uh, normally it's up by now, so I'm not sure what happened. I'm wondering if maybe the mice were having a feast under the snow on my seeds, which might be a thing. Very well could be a thing. All right, so we got the brackets done there. So we are cruising there. Here, camera. There we go. Okay, I say cruising. We're limping along here. Okay, so there is all that's done. Next up, so the next one is here. Expand the coop portion of the top, and then it says it needs to have some pieces put in. I'm just wondering which ones they are. It is, which ones are they? Um, I got the P5 by 12. We're looking for F2s. F here. This is this one. And it looks like they go down like this inside of this. Oh, sorry. I'm over here. Here we go. Sorry. Moved too fast for the camera. Cruising over here. So it looks like these guys slide in here. We already know that. This slides in right here to these two spots to lock it, to basically to solidify it. That's what it looks like. So solidify. Okay. I'd much rather be doing it up here. It's easier off the ground that way. But for you guys, I'm gonna turn this. We're gonna adjust this real quick. I know I just lost y'all. We're gonna take off tracking. I'm going to oh do some tracking adjustments here. Real time here, folks. Okay, and then I want this way. There we go. All right, that should make this a little easier. So, I was saying, here we go. Yeah, that's better. Let me just go ahead and lock these in here. I'm just gonna lock them in now. We can square this up. Then there we go. Up these guys right here. Those have to go. And then it's gonna be what were these P5s on this? Sorry, I know you. Make sure I got the right ones here. 12 P5 screws. So I don't think I have 12 P5 screws. That's weird. I don't have that many. What? Extras now? P4, P3. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I have 10. I don't have 12 though. That's not good. Oh wait. Yes, I do. Good lord. That's better. Okay, got them all. We even have an extra. Okay, sorry about that. Muttering to myself here, folks, trying to get this squared away. All right, so we're gonna start in the middle here. I'm just gonna kind of lock these in. Again, just remember, so on this, there's a couple tabs that are on the back of this. They slide into pre-drilled holes, and we're just doing this to lock it in. So again, anyone joining right now, appreciate y'all. Hopefully I earn your subscription today. We are putting together an Amazon chicken coop. They said it would take an hour. We are already into well, what's the time on that? I was looking a little bit, but I know we're over an hour. I mean, a portion of this too is, obviously talking but this is definitely longer than it's gonna take longer than you think, which is okay. Manage your expectations, right? That's what we're all about. So I just need to, be able to manage my expectations. I knew this was going to take longer. I figured this was going to be a couple hour affair, especially, while we're on chat and everything. But again, this is the Amazon. I will put a link to it in the description, but um, it's it was 219, I believe, for just the coop itself, and I think it was another 65, $70 for the run that we'll be adding to this as well. And again, this is just going inside of my garden. We're inside of my garden, my 25 by 50 enclosure we're doing. So hopefully you guys can see here. I can show you this. Got the next piece, so you can see how it's got the tab right there. Got this little wooden dowel. It fits into on this side over here. This is just like on the other spot. There's spots where the dowels will fit into, and there you go. Now we're just and what again? This is simply just helping to square this off. That's the ultimate goal on this. Square this bad boy off. There we go. My favorite too, if you go watch the video on Amazon, which I did, now they show, regular, lady at her homestead where she's taking this apart and she puts this top part up and she's like, it's that easy. Yeah, to put this part up, but the 476 other screws and components kind of make it a little bit more challenging. But again, it's not that tough. So far, everything has been great. What I would say is though, I've had to consistently keep lowering the clutch strength on my drill so I don't strip this pine because this stuff is pretty soft wood. It's pretty soft. So I would make sure that you do not have your one speed up. Like I said, our speed is on one for this instead of two, and we have the clutch right now. I've dropped it down to 6 to make sure that I'm not stripping the wood on here. There we go. You just heard it click at 6, and it's just getting there nice and snug. My biggest worry that I have is that I strip any of these, and now I've got to. It's not too bad, have to refabricate all this. It's not like it's hard, but I want to be able to put this together the way that the designs say. Okay. Up next is all right. So the next spot here on our directions as we're going, I'm going to get it says connect wooden coop and wire pen. So that's this piece here and this piece here with connecting bar 2 by with 2x. So P2 times 2, P2 times 2 on the front and the back. I'm not sure where that's at. Oh, wait. Okay, here we go. So it's really tiny in here. I see. Okay, now I think I see what they're talking about. So there should be 4 net. So P2, let's find some P2. Okay, these are the big daddies right here, and it should be on each side. So I'm guessing I haven't looked yet, but I'm assuming. Let's give it a quick little tip. Okay, so underneath here, they've got screw holes. And right here and here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is gonna be drilling this to connect. That's what's happening there. Okay, now I got it. The designs aren't exactly clear on where that's at. There's looks like there's two on each side. This will be securing these to the bottom to the top. And you can see this isn't like this is a huge run. It's not like we're gonna have a, the run on this self is pretty tiny, right? It's not very big, but we wanted this, um, I wanted something to start with here, so we can always adjust this and make this bigger. I can make a bigger coop anytime, but I wanted something just to start with to go. 'Cause like I said, I had no idea if this is something that I was gonna want to, we may start this and I'd be like, yeah, maybe doing chickens isn't my thing, which is fine, right? Not for everybody. There's a reason a lot of people give it up, but I do think that there's something to be said for not just self-sufficiency, but I mean, it's easy access to fertilizer. Like that's what I'm looking for my garden. There we go. Now this is real important on this, folks. Here again, remember, make sure your clutch is set low because this will absolutely. You do not want to strip these things out. You hear that? We'll do it on this one. You want to make sure you listen. I'll stop talking and we'll screw it in. You want to hear that clicking going on. That is saving your um. That is actually saving your wood here. You hear that? Whereas that's your clutch engaging. That's what you want to have. That is a good sound. That is what you want. Okay, so we're getting there, folks. Look at us cruising. Oh yeah, the wind's starting to die down a little bit. We got that mid morning uh breeze because we're right by the lake here. So as it warms up and everything kind of equalizes, this wind kind of dies down. That was annoying. Um, so which is good. Okay, where are we at here? Okay. I did this same thing when I was putting together my. Sorry about that. Still it's gonna get stronger and stronger as we go. When I was putting together I'm gonna put my tracking back on now for a little bit. Please don't mind. If you don't mind, and we'll go back to more following Ryan as he wanders around the garden doing this stuff. You got me? You got me? Oh, so I have to be in the frame for when I do the tracking. Oh, come on now. Need the tracking back on. Let's go. There we go. Okay. All right, we're back on. All right, everybody. So we are back in business here. Let's get back to here. So far, you guys can see we've come back over here. We are getting there. Kind of got the first bit of assembly done. Again, this is simply just a simple little coop from Amazon. We're not expecting the world here, like you'll see on a lot of the on the YouTube videos, to where it is a. Oh, it lost me again. I can't hide behind that. Real time. We're doing this live, folks. Okay. So, anyways, so again, just a small little coop that we're gonna have from Amazon. But like I said, I wanted folks to be able to see this stuff here. All right. So the next spot here is we are doing what's it got here? So it's gonna be on the doors here. Slide in tray H in the front. Support. Okay, so tray H. I wonder if this is tray H over here. Let's see. Does it have a stand? This is tray H. Okay, so this is tray H here. So we're gonna slide in tray H. We can do that. Oh man, so far so good. Okay, there's that. And then, oh, we got this piece here. I think I may actually. So, and then next we've got is this support here. That's going to go in the back, which is like this. Okay. I think it's, I don't think there's a difference. Oh, now, I'm going to assume this goes this way. I'm going to assume this goes this way. Looks like it's got a little bit more. Oh, and I've got the tray in backwards. Oh. Yeah, I got the tray in backwards. Go figure. I just realized tray's in backwards. You know how I know it's in backwards? There's handles here. Little grippies. Little grippies that we got to have. Use to help clean this thing out. That's a nice little idea that they had there. There's this here. Yes, this guy goes all the way in there. Okay. So that looks pretty good. Here, let's see if I can help you guys kind of see what's going on here. So we got the shiny tray this side here, and then we've got this, which is going to be a landing for our next bit for the chickens to come up. Is what it looks like. There's no, those are meant to be loose apparently. Wait, no. All right, so next we're gonna attach part G to side panel by one P2 on each side. Let's see where that's at. Looks like, oh, they've got a spot for it right here. Cool beans. I want to make sure this guy is pushed in and square as it can be. All right, so you're still tracking me. Good. All right, my camera seems to be, it's amazing, this camera. It's, for the most part, it's able to keep up with me. I love that. All right, so this is P2. These are the longer ones they have here. And to do that, so the idea here, as we are doing this, folks, is this is going to lock in the back. So I'm going to make sure that's as square as I can get it. Looks good. And okay, there's that. Now we'll come around to this side. Go over here. Again, we'll make sure this guy is square where it needs to be. And you'll see it just comes in right on this side. Here, come here, you. Right down here. They've got on the side, right down here at the base, a spot for this to go in. And what that is, that's going to keep that, the landing nice and locked in for the hens when they're coming up here. There's that idea. Cool. All right. So the next spot they have is, done this one before. We're going to be putting the next landing. There we go. Stay with me, buddy. The next landing on with the P7 screws. That's the little babies. Little baby screws that are just for the hinges. We have, so there's 2 and 4. It's going to be the same principle that we had before, where you see what we got here. It's the asphalt with the crushed stone, and then they got the little peg feet, or little stepping pegs for them to get up on. And the idea here is basically they can just make their way up. So, all right, okay. This is where being the right size, being the right height tends to help. This isn't where the kids are going to be able to help you on this one if you're asking that. You need to have adult length hands to be able to come in here and place this. Okay. So what's going to happen here, just so you're all aware, and I'm fully aware what's going to happen. The moment that I put the screw in and try to do this in, the entire landing is going to fall, and I'm going to have to start over and be embarrassed. So just know that's going to happen. Yeah. So we're good there. Make sure we all know what adventure we're getting ready to get started here. And again, just remember, oh, maybe it didn't happen. Somehow Ryan's not going to embarrass himself. Look at that. That is, by the way, I'm truly shocked by that. That should have happened. It should have been thump thump and be like wah wah wah, but it didn't happen. Okay, so we're good with that. All right, there we go. As again, reminder on this, I've got this set to 6 on the clutch here. Super important. You're dealing with soft wood. You will strip this thing in a heartbeat. It will happen. Now, again, I'm just getting this put together now. I've got time today. I just, frankly, with all the work I have going on and everything else, it's just nice to come out here and chill for a little while, just catch up with y'all and just do something like this. Um, I don't know what my spring's going to look like. I have a lot of business development going on for my business that I have. I'm a business coach by trade, so one of the issues my work, does this. I'm pretty steady right now, but I've been getting some calls, which FYI, when business coaches start getting calls, it means the economy's having some issues. So, when we start hearing stuff, we start getting worried a little bit because, it's part of the deal. Um, and we always hope we're wrong. And however, we're not usually. Okay, so the next spot here is we need these 3 pieces here. These are going to be, um, so these are going to go across here, and these are going to be roosts for our hens. Like these are going to be roosts that they can hop up on and do, do stuff. Actually, no, excuse me. Actually, they are going to be roosts. They're nice, simple little. What am I doing? Now that I see where they're at, they're just these simple roosts that are here. I'm gonna um, look at placing some additional stuff up there as well too, so they can kind of be up and around. But so they're up off of stuff. Like that's chickens. They like to roost. I'm gonna have a get through this first year with this, and then we will build, as they like to say, the ultimate um the ultimate roost or chicken coop probably in a couple years, like I said. But I want to make sure that we are all in on chickens before I drop a significant amount of money on building up a super roost for the chickens. I mean, we obviously are gonna love our chickens, but I don't think I love them to the tune of like 2 grand yet. All right. So this is P4 P4 screws. So I got P4. I need 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. All right. And again, I appreciate everybody kind of hopping on again. Have people coming in and out of the stream all the time. It's kind of fun, just to hang out and talk. But mostly just watching the old dude here. And this is again to go back to this is why I do this. Too often, people don't realize what it takes to get some of this stuff done, and it's not that it's hard, but it does take time to do it right. But so far, this is going to be cute. It's just like that's the other spot. Oh, and if you guys, here you go. The other piece, this coop is the same color as our house. Like we got a gray house like this color, so I also had to get something to make sure it matched the house, right? Because that's got to be pretty, you know, aesthetically pleasing. Aesthetically pleasing. You don't want to do something that. And do you hear how the clutch isn't engaging on this side? Whatever wood is over here, this must be balsa wood. It's like super soft. So I'm just keeping an eye on it, and then that one engaged at least. But the other ones, it sunk right in. So we don't want that. So that's why I ended it early. Okay, up next. So up next is it's gonna be the nesting boxes, and we're gonna start on the nesting boxes, and they are going to I'm over here. Come here. They're gonna stick out this way. right? The nesting box is gonna be on the side. That's what I kind of want for here is want to have the run, going this direction, the chicken here. Um, the prevailing wind actually comes this direction, so I'll adjust it as I see here, but I want the nesting boxes set up in a way that um basically I don't want them north and south. That's kind of where I'm getting at here. Long story short, there's an awful long thing to say. I don't want this north and south. Come here. Oh, stop tracking me here. Come on, I need you tracking me, buddy. There we go. Here we go. All right. So let's get these going. Where are they? Oh, they're all over here. And I need, what do I need for them? These are bolts, it looks like. 4 by P1 bolts each side. So it's a total of P1 bolts. Where are the bolts at here? Here you go, bolts. Oh, these are, man, well, we'll see. We'll see if I have to get a pair of pliers or not for this, or a wrench. We'll see. I have a feeling I'm going to need it, but we will not go get it until we have to. So let's see. We will not get that till we have to. This thing is cute though. It's just a little guy. Just a little guy. Nothing wrong with that. Let's do over here. That still got me cool. So we'll do these front two here. And it looks like, so they'll go in like this. So we want this, so on this, just kind of important to make sure you have your siding is facing out, and then you've got your mounting hardware is going to go this way. So it'll be like this. Oh, of course you guys can't see. So we're going to untrack for a little while, and I'm going to, all right, and we're going to do like we did last time. So I apologize for the weird angle at the moment, but we're going to fix that. All right, let's see. I need to go this direction. So this direction. Come on, Ryan. There we go. There we go. Okay. So what we're going to do is it's going to go in like this, and we want to make sure that the siding is out, so the hardware is on the inside because we have mounting and stuff we have to do. So welcome to everybody who's joining the stream. Hopefully you all are having a good day. My name's Ryan. I am just out here putting this together. I ordered this from Amazon, and we've been hanging out for a little minute for a bit now. How long have we been on stream here? Hour. Oh, okay, hour and 12 minutes. Not too bad. Feels. I would just say it this way. It feels longer than that. This has been it hasn't been terrible, but it does feel like we've been going longer than that. So okay. And this has pre-drilled everything, so we're just kind of getting this in here. I'm gonna basically hand tight these bolts, and what they have on the nuts here, if you can see, let me move this out of the way. My tracking bar is for my ugh, there we go. Put you over here. There we go. All right, put that out of the way. So the nuts here, they actually have the grip on the side. So when I come in here and tighten them up, they're gonna grab onto this soft wood and tighten this bad boy right up. So that's a good news story. So it seems pretty straightforward to piece this together. And like I said, this is just our little tester that we got to see if we actually want to do chickens or not. I have absolutely no idea what type of fiberglass that is, but just be careful when you're dealing with your stuff. You know, you're gonna get some stuff here every now and again. It is from. We do know which part of China it's from. Okay, by the way, so with this, just want to show this other spot here. Let me minimize that. Also, I think that's probably just a better idea. There we go. So on the inside as well, just one thing to keep in mind on your boxes, they also come with this to help support the cover that's going to be on there. So just know that's a thing. Oh, here's a good news story. Look who just made an appearance in my garden. He just popped up for some sun. That's awesome. So this means the robins are coming and the rest of my birds are all right. Good, good, good. Okay, so we're on the back here. Same thing. We're just gonna push the bolt through, line it up, push the bolt through, line it up, and then come through and come on. There you go. Oop, get the screws, the nuts going on these bolts. Again, for those anybody who's just joining or hasn't been here before, just obviously, great to see you. You got any questions? Throw it in the chat. I'm checking the chat from time to time. Obviously, I'm here chatting in the into the camera, and chatting to myself some. But the other spot is make sure if you're interested, we're going to be doing. I have brooders, entire brooder system for chickens, chicks that are coming. So we'll be raising our own chicks, doing that. So if you're interested in what that looks like, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like, all the stuff. For you guys, I'll be on this side. All right, so let's get the other side here. Push these guys over. Should be this. So we're on this side over here. Not sure how well you guys can see me right now, but again, I obviously not the best production at the moment, so I apologize. I will add some flash and some awesome Mr. Beast style things here in a little bit. But for right now, we will just have a boring view of half of a put together chicken coop. Is what it is. Let's see what else. What else been going? Oh, so just a random note. I had for my on my business had somebody reach out looking for some help through my they found me on YouTube and then they went to my website and checked that out, summitbusinessguides.com, for some help with their business there. It's always fun when my YouTube does the thing like you want it to do, which is, you know, help people get to know the work you do, especially in my case. So again, this is another one that has where are we at here? So they're going on this side here. It's another one that has the support as well, which is cool. We love that. Love that for us when we're coming in here to get eggs here in a few months. By a few, I mean like 6 months. It'll be nice just to be able to, have that support. It'll be fun. So, our grandbaby, said that we said she gets to name one of the chickens. And I think she's going with honey mustard, with honey. Honey was the name. So, and I said, great, because we want to be, that chicken's going to taste great with honey mustard. That's perfect. Which actually is pretty interesting. We have, and I'm here in rural Michigan. Like we're in the, we're kind of in the sticks here. It's really the only way to describe it. We're in a beautiful part of the sticks, but still, we're in the sticks. And around me, I have folks that are this direction. They have a bunch of chickens, ducks, goats, etc. This direction, we have aviaries where there are tons of. Oh, oh, whatever. I'm doing this kind of backwards here, but that's. Come on, Ryan. You're talking. You got to do it the other direction. Well, I can make that work. I ain't gonna worry about it. It matters that much. So we've got, as far as beekeepers are up there, we got our family farm, got tons of cows, the whole deal. They do longhorns, which is pretty cool. My uncle does those. They do longhorns, and then yeah, we just kind of got everything going on. We got pretty much everything you need. Lots of people, independent folks doing as far as butcher services as well. Custom butchering goes on all over here. So really, when the rest of the world is having problems, Mason County, we're good to go. Okay. So again, same thing here. This we'll show you on the other side there. I'm just going to get through it here real quick, but you can hear that I've got the clutch is absolutely engaging, just like we want when we're doing these. Okay, so let me come back over here and you'll see where we've got this. Well, we can't really see because I got it blocked here, but you'll be able to hear it. That's the important part. The other thing to keep in mind too is that a lot of times with the hardware on this, it's soft metal where they strip very easily. So that's the other part where you want to make sure you have your clutches set so you can, you're not stripping the hardware too because it wants to go just by its very nature. Okay, cool. All right. So up next, let's get tracking back on. We've been doing pretty good here. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the show. Can't imagine I can't imagine you wouldn't enjoy this show. I mean, look at this guy's face. Who wouldn't want to spend time on a Sunday Looking at this dude's face. So just quick shout out. Let me change this around here. Shout out to my business partner Lisa. She is currently, I think she should be done by now. She's in South Africa doing a charity race for um some of the kids that are some kids out there where they're doing for an orphanage and in their area. So she's out run doing those things. Go check out State and Maine Coffee on Instagram, Facebook. You'll be able to see she's posting a whole bunch of stuff about the race. It's pretty cool. What the work she's doing there. So be sure to go check that out. Give her a shout out. She'll love it. Okay, so those are up. So next we're going to be doing P3 times 4, which is going to be the side assemblies. When do we do the bottoms? Why do I feel like I missed something here? Oh, we got to drop the bottoms in. All right, so here's the sides. These are the side assemblies. The bottoms. Got it. Okay. Now we're good. Okay. Got it. So let's do these. These are P3s. The screws are P3s, which are right here. We've got enough to do we have 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's probably 9, but that's cool. For these, so let's do the sides here, and you'll see, just like we've had with others here, folks, they've got the little tabs in here that are going to drop right into the spots here, which is what we want to help support them. Okay, so you guys got me? Okay, cool. Glad you're staying with me here. Minimize that down. Cool. All right. This is going to drop in. Okay, I got to take tracking off again. You guys, no, well, here. Let's do this. Maybe this is a better answer. How about we just move farther away? Hey, there we go. Big brain on Ryan there. So they've got these tabs. There's already holes in here that we're just going to slide these right into and just kind of get in. Please make sure that your latch system is up when you're doing this. At least that's what I'm assuming, right? Because the lid's going to come down. I'm making a big old assumption here. All right, so let's go ahead and screw these in, and it's going to be 4 on either side of this here. All right, that's what we're looking at. Why does this seem... Before I screw these in, I just want to see something real quick, because something doesn't seem right on this. Does this slide in? All right. Okay. I'm right here, buddy. Okay. I just want to see something first before I screw these in. I just want to make sure I can actually get this in. Make sure this just drops in. Okay, it does drop in. But we're going to go, since it's already dropped in, I'm going to leave it there. Okay. So it does drop in. The directions are make this frame first, then drop it in. It just looked like, well, it didn't look like it was going to fit. So I was just a little worried first, which, you know, worrying for nothing, apparently. All right, on the sides here, we've got, um, again, 2 on each side. I can't wait. My neighbors are going to be talking to me about this too. I already know this, folks. Uh, they go, I'm on a part of the, I'm on one of the main roads through the county, but then I'm also my front road, on the front of my house here. It's an area that has a lot of traffic too, especially for the locals. So they're always coming by checking out my stuff. As someone said the other day, who didn't know me, but they we had met. There was some work that I'm doing within the community that had met them before. They're trying to figure out where I lived, and I explained it, and like, oh, like you're the gray house that has like the instant um oh, excuse me, the instant landscaping. And I was like, well, I guess that's one way to look at it, but yes, yes. My wife and I moved here. We saved up for years to be able to, get the house that we wanted. Not like immediately, but over time, just being able to build out what we wanted. So I'm gonna do again, just like I did last time. I'm gonna drop this bad boy in ahead of time. It doesn't hurt anything, and one less thing to worry about. You know what I mean? Okay. So, all right. So initial thoughts again on the chicken coop as I'm putting this together. Again, this is from the Amazon coop here. So far, it's exactly what I expected it to be. It's not, it's not like a super expensive one. It's something. The boards are cheap. It's like a pine. It's a soft wood. Um, it's been painted. It does like saying the parts that are gonna weather. It seems like they did a good job with those, like as far as making sure it's asphalt and it's got the other stuff on there. So I think over time, like it's gonna protect it, but this is not a long term coop. Like this only is gonna get you. If this gets you, especially where I'm at in Michigan, I would not. I mean, I would expect this thing to last longer than if it makes it longer than 5 years, I would be shocked. So that's what I was saying. We're gonna do this for a couple years, see how we dig it, right? Want to make sure that we like what we're doing, and then we'll expand it from there. So again, just my initial thoughts on it. All right, so the next piece here that we have, as I'm just looking how this goes, are going to be these dividers that we have. These dividers here, and they go in basically like this. There's some notches on the top of um the the bed for the bedding. So there's two spots where the chickens can lay. We've got two different areas that they can come in and nest at. That's here, and then another one here. So there's four nesting boxes in here. We got roosting. So with this, when you're looking at space, what they're saying is you want to have about a foot of roosting space per chicken to be able to have that there. So in this case, we've got one, two, three. We've got enough in here for what I'd say is about 8 chickens to roost, and then also some nesting space as well. I mean, this probably at max you want to get, but I don't. What we're gonna have 10 chicks to start. Again, I don't expect them all to make it. Just do the nature of the beast there. Um, we're gonna land somewhere around 6 to 8 max total chickens. And I don't really want to have more than that in this space here. So, all right. So as we're looking at this, I want to before I do any more, I do want to get this in its I want to say final resting space here, a little place, but it's not too heavy. But once I get the roof on here, I don't want to be torquing this too much, and I want to make sure I have enough room to this right here in the back, I'm actually going to have pressed almost against here. I just want to make sure I got room to get into the two nesting boxes because I can clean anything I need to do from the back. So, okay, let's see what's next on the list here. So far, so good. We're continuing to rock and roll here. Appreciate everyone who's been hanging out this long, stopping in, just seeing. All right, so next we are going to put on the roofs that are going to go on here. They are going to go on, so that should be pretty cool. This is 4 P7 screws. It says corner bracket. All right, I just got to see here. Attach the corner bracket toe to each corner. Just trying to see where this corner bracket thing is. Hmm. P12. What's P12? Let's see if we can see it. Maybe it'll make sense once I look at it. Okay. Well, where are they? Are these basically just the corner bracket? Where would they go? Hmm. Attach the nesting box roof to there, to the corner by which corner though? Oh, okay, okay, finally. Finally, finally, finally. Okay, look down. So these are going to go on top here. Okay, they're going to go up here after we get the roof on. Okay. Goodness gracious, that was way too much. Like my brain's hurting now. I'm going to figure that out. Okay, so first things first though, we need P7s. So we need 4 here. This is all one step. Now I got it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Typically, anyways, I was overthinking stuff. Who would have thought, right? And again, just as we were looking here earlier, these are the roofs here. They've got asphalt. Excuse me, they got asphalt, and then they've got the crushed stone on top. That's what we're dealing with here. And we're just gonna make sure this goes up. Gonna set up here. Oh, my neighbors, they're gonna be talking up a storm. I could just tell you that. I am always a topic. My wife and I, we are always a topic of conversation around here. Oh, what are they doing now? It's always something with us. So here's the deal. What I'm going to tell you as someone who's put a bunch of stuff together before, don't worry about up top. Worry about down here. This is what you want to make sure is set up. Okay. This is going to work for you. Right. And you always want to make sure your latching hardware is, is centered and where it needs to be more than um your hinge hardware. Okay. Like that is just a little bit of advice there from someone who's done this a few times. We're gonna move this over just a smidge. And we're gonna make sure this part is good first. There we go. That's locked in. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so rule of the day: latching hardware over hinging hardware. You got to do it like this. But we're getting dangerous here, folks. Like this is looking more and more like an official coop at this point. It's super cute too. All right, that's important. Why? So I can have help from my redhead. I want her to be out here and feel super, again, not just cute, but that she likes seeing it and wants to be out here with the chickens and see them, help out with stuff. If it's you know, and plus, I mean, just more on this side for me, guys. There's, it's, if folks have to look at your stuff, you want it to look nice. And it's not because you need to have nice things. It's because you want to make sure the aesthetics in the neighborhood are cool. Just like as a courtesy. More than anything. Okay, so let's see how that's the idea there. Okay, so this latch they got here, kind of a pain. I don't know if it's going to make it for the long term for me, but it does work. Let's test this out and then test this out. Look at that. I'm getting eggs right now, folks. Look at me getting eggs. Got chickens in here living their best lives. Drop this down. This can go here. All right. Let's do this next one here. Do the next side. Same thing. Just like we did on the other side. We're gonna get the roof. We're gonna line up the hardware for the latching hardware. So just FYI, so this did come with a little bit of damage right here. This is this isn't solid for good reason. Be heavy as hell, but you can just see how thin. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see it or not. It's paper thin, the laminate that they have on here, which is fine though. It's not a huge deal. Um, I'm not gonna scream and scream about getting a refund or anything, or have them send me a replacement because I gotta figure out what to do with this thing. The important part now, if there was any damage to the roof itself, right where the asphalt is, that would be a problem. I would have an issue with that, and I'd be saying, "Hey, you guys got to get me a replacement in here." So just like we did the last time, we're gonna line up the latch hardware. Hopefully, didn't lose you guys. I think I may have. Back up. Is it finding me? Nope. I gotta turn it back on again. Okay, no worries. But we're gonna make sure this is good first. Okay, so that's good. All right, and then we're just going to secure this up. That's where we're at. I had a oh, okay, tracking's off. Okay, let's get tracking back on again. Should take but a second. Oh, tracking's on. There we go. Cool, 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 cool. Let me turn that back off too. So again, appreciate everybody swinging by, stopping by while we're out here. We're making pretty good progress, and once we got past like the initial everything with this has been a pretty smooth project. Like I said, I'm pretty happy with it. It's what I expected it to be. I didn't expect this to be some sort of crazy. I didn't. I mean, to be brutally honest, I did not expect this many components. I thought they'd be pre-installed more, but that's okay. That's all right. We adapted. And plus, I mean, it's sunshine out. Look at this. I mean, oh, so I am not having any issues whatsoever being outside in this weather right now. I will take it. And stuck inside here in northern Michigan for the last few months. It's nice to be out, just getting some sun on my face, vitamin D, all the goods. So you guys can hear where this is not, the clutch is not engaging. And that is because, again, as I told you, we have got some super soft wood that we're working with here. So we want to make sure that we're just being extra careful when we are installing the stuff, okay? Just be careful. You will strip this soft pine stuff out and not even miss the beat. There we go. All right, so let's see. Got to give it the field test here. Up and look at that, folks. We're getting eggs in here. Eggs are happening. All right. Put that back down. All right, chickens, go back to do your thing. Cool. All right. There we go. There's that one. Next up is these brackets. And these are being put together. The brackets are also with P7s. So there's, oh, wait, no, hold on. Where does this go? Is this, okay, yeah, these go here. Yeah, these go, no, okay. Maybe I don't know where these went to. Okay. They went to, oh, no, no, I was right. So we got P12. P12. I got one. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we were right. I just had them backwards. Okay. Whew, a little worried there, folks. Here, let's just bring these up here. What am I doing? Let's just bring these over here. I got this cool work surface now. Look at this. Now, if you haven't been around, spent a lot of time with asphalt or this type of stuff before we got this, they're crushed stone. It's really not robust. It's not designed for you to be constantly, being on it and doing things. So you need to make sure, okay, hmm, you need to make sure, what in the world? Let me go grab this other one. Okay, let's see. Obviously, I've got the wrong ones because this has got to be, I bet you'll fit on this side. Maybe. We'll see. But you got to be really gentle with it. These stones are in there with the hopes and dreams of asphalt that it'll keep it together. It's nothing you should definitely assume is going to stay together. Is kind of what I'm getting at here, okay? So, all right, let's try these other ones. There we go. Just had to get the right bracket. Look at us. We are dangerous. So, like I say, when I've got this work surface, yes, but we're going to be super careful when we're putting stuff on and dragging it because these stones will come off like no one's business. What do I mean by that? They come off easily. We're gonna make sure this is so with this, we're doing this bracket. By the way, when you're doing the bracket here, make sure it does not go above any of these wooden surfaces here, right? Because you're gonna have a roof coming down on top of this. Right. So you just want to make sure the bracket's there, make sure it's secure. But again, it's a reminder, this is very soft wood. So you do not want to over tighten these screws. I was saying, I don't know how much lower I really feel like you can go in on the clutch on this. But we need to make sure that we do not strip the wood here while we're doing this. So I gotta hope. Hey, appreciate everybody swinging by, checking out what we're working on the chicken coop here. It's new addition to the homestead here. One of those things. I don't know if it's going to be a permanent. Like I said, we're gonna try it out for a couple of years and see if we enjoy the chicken life. So but while we got it, we figure we go like. And again, this is just that simple Amazon coop that I got. I don't have the link in the description, but um, I will once this is done and I go back and I adjust it. I'll adjust it. I'll drop the link in the description then. Okay, so in this case, look at that. Okay, see, that's what I'm talking about. I just had to get the right bracket for the right side. Go figure. Good job, Ryan. Good job. Proud of you, man. Did good. So, as I was mentioning before on this, make sure your bracket stays below the the wood there, yeah, as far as the your horizontal surface, because you're going to be dropping a roof on this thing, and you don't want it to interfere with the roof going down. Okay, I'm gonna take it nice and easy. There we go. Okay. We are doing well. I got this piece, and then like I said, once we get this done, and we're attaching all the hardware. That'll be We're gonna be going. I'm gonna be live as long as it takes to piece this thing together. But we still got all the hardware to attach, which is about one, two, three, four, five, six pieces of that. And then we've got to do the chicken run as well. I ordered the run that goes along with this, so that the hen's gonna have a little more space than just this little area down there. And I didn't seem like that was gonna be enough. I want them to have a little bit more room to run. You know what I mean? Okay. So on this backside here, make sure we get the right ones. There we go. They can only go the one way, folks. Like that's what we discovered as we're doing this. But so just so you know, things I've done this year so far, we've been in the greenhouse. There's been a few folks that have been with us in the greenhouse the whole time, which has been great. We're gonna be in there pretty this week. I'm gonna be in there a lot. I got a bunch of stuff I gotta get started. So to be ready to go here in May. We're in March now, so I've still got to get to, we got April into mid-May when I can start thinking about putting stuff out. We've got a lot of frost, late frost that comes here. Right now we happen to be catching some decent weather, but we are in Michigan, and where we're at, it's just that Canadian cold front decides it wants to drop, and everything gets frozen. So, but anyways, got a bunch of work I got to do out there. Um, I still need to wake up my strawberries. I was thinking about doing that today. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. They're not. It's not going to hurt them a little bit. It still be. They're covered in leaf mold at the moment. It's not a huge deal for them. They can still kind of they're still napping for the most part. Um, it's still halfway frozen under there. But they do get a little bit of light through it, so it ain't bad. I've got some straw that we're gonna replace the leaf mold with. I still may do that after I'm done here. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. I still haven't had lunch yet. Gotta have some food here in a little bit once I get this done. I have a feeling once I get the food in my belly, Ryan's gonna be done for the day. We'll see. Again, like I said strawberries aren't a big deal. They tend to take care of themselves. We got the strawberries. I've got compost this week. I have to wake up. It's been napping for sure. It's been frozen solid, but we got this warmth out here, so then basically bring everything out, warm it up, hit it with the hose, and then throw it right back in there to fire it up. And the thing you can definitely take to the bank with that is that it will fire up. We'll be back up over 100 degrees in a couple days, and it'll be good for the year. Just basically just keep feeding it the rest of the time. Okay, so we got that there. Folks. Next is the roof. And we got these big old roof pieces. Looks like there's one, two, three, four, eight P4 screws. So let's find these P4s right here. They definitely look like roofing screws. Look at that. So let's just load up my pockets and get them in. I've got plastic I've been saving in here, so hopefully it won't blow away. So let's get this guy up. And again, these are our roofing pieces that we have here. Just kind of show you again. It is It's not solid. This is basically just some particle board over this. But not too bad. But there are spots where for me to basically screw in here for 4 screws. But it is again, it is asphalt and the crushed stone on top of this here. And I imagine it's going to be shingled. Let me just make sure here. I just want to make sure I got the holes in the right spot here. I imagine we want the asphalt all the way down to the bottom. That's how I'm going to set them up because we've got on the top here 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's a spot where we're going to be putting like the eave on these as well too. So, all right, let's see. Is that one? That seems like it's right. Seems like it's right. I don't think it's wrong. You staying with me? All right, cool. I got this guy. All right, there's one. Let's grab the other one. Oh, I got the birds all chirping around. You guys got me? There we go. Okay. Make sure my tracking was still on, folks. Welcome everybody as we're doing this here. Been doing pretty good on this. This has been oh, how long we at here? Hour and a half right now. Hour and 40 minutes. We've been doing this. The first 15 to 20 we're basically just unboxing everything. So we are nearing the end of the small little coop itself. Right? Just fine. Let's get these easy. Make sure these are lined up. Lined up here. Like I said, this is always going to be the piece here is getting them in together. Get these guys lined up. A little bit off on this side. There's that one. Woo, wind is picking up, folks. Getting breezy up here. And then on the bottom side here, just get this guy here and here. There we go. That looks pretty darn right. So now we are just screwing these in, and there should be 4 locations. It appears 1, 2, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I should be able to drill through. Here's one. Okay, found one. Hmm, this looks like one. Okay, 2. Ooh, that wind. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but it is kicking now. It must have heard I was doing some work on the coop here and wanted to come mess some stuff up. Okay, cool. All right. And again, folks, they're not too challenging to find. They're just you just kind of got to know what you're looking for in here. They tend to stick out the holes where they're at. It's just a matter of making sure that, you know, everything's aligned first. At least that's the theory, right? They're easy to find. I'm here running my mouth. Watch, I'm gonna miss on a spot or something. Go me. Oh, there we go. All right, next up is going to be PVC PVC waterproof strip part Q to nested lock by P6 screws. That's an awful lot to say. P6. Here's some P6 screws, and I'm not sure what that. I guess that must be these guys right here. How does this? I wonder how this attaches. attach it to the nesting box. So looks like there's a spot on the nesting box. PVC water. Put the water PVC in the connection positions. Oh, there's a lot here. There's a lot being said right now. Okay. Oh, okay. It goes this direction. Okay. Oh man, that I swear sometimes. I mean, listen. I'm sometimes when I'm trying to figure stuff out, like, and it just slides into place. Like, oh, that's what it does. Gotcha. So, all right. These are designed. It comes with this. You know, if you see, it's got the little plastic part on it here. This attaches right here. I believe that's the direction it goes. I believe. Now it's going to go this way. What this does, it's going to allow me to basically keep the water from going in the nesting box. I'm going to double check and look at it, but that's what that looks like to me. I'm going to look one more time just to make sure we're good here. Like with anything. So, oh, hey, thanks, KK. Appreciate that. We're going to find a nice spot for honey in here. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks like this goes right here, like this, and then this will just lift up. Okay, let's get this in, and then we'll give it a test here. We're all gonna learn together at this. Okay, it's gonna be learning together. Our favorite type of learning, right? KK, remember when we used to learn algebra together? How much fun that was. There's that. I'm gonna do two screws, and we're just gonna give it a test look to make sure this makes sense because it looks like it makes sense. I'm just saying. Okay, lift this up. Yeah, because really, this only needs to get to here, right there. Oh yeah, that's what we want. Yeah, not fun at all. Whatever. You know what you're talking about. You loved algebra. It was your favorite, especially learning from me. Don't go anywhere, you. But yeah, Honey's gonna love this. And this is just for we still got to do the run, which is gonna be out here. So that's gonna be done. So we're getting everything done today. I'm not gonna just do a portion of this. We're gonna do the whole thing today. Get it done. Um, again, we're almost there. I just got a couple more pieces I still got to put on, a bunch of the hardware and whatnot. But you know, what's the alternative? It's a beautiful day out here. It's like, KK, look at it. I've got sunshine. What to do with all this stuff? My goodness. All right. Hey, so KK, are you starting any? I can't look at the moment here, but are you starting any vegetables? Anything growing in the back besides your grass, obviously? But got anything in planters or anything going? We've got a ton of tomato. Did a bunch of tomatoes yesterday, and a bunch started. Cool. All right, so that looks good there. Let's see here now. Get your herbs going, girl. Get your basils, get your oregano. Get some mint started. Why not? Just do a little mint. That's what I'd be getting rolling if I were you, kid. All right, so next on this, just get your herbs going. Honestly, just get a bunch of onions started too. Some cilantro. I mean, you guys use a ton of cilantro. Just get some coriander started. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with that. So then I need P6 times 8. Two, P6 times 8, which is all of these. Come here, guys. This is a cute little. This ended up being a pretty cute little project here. I like it. I think the little. I think the little cluckers are gonna like it. You know what I mean? I think they're gonna like it. So next up is we've got this, which is gonna be for the roof to make sure that obviously the water is going where it's supposed to go. This end, this over here. Cool. So I'll come back through with I've got some asphalt sealant. Yeah, copy that, Roger. Darn right, copy that. Jose's got you trained. Um, but I've got some asphalt, liquid asphalt. I'll come back through and that's one thing I would recommend on the top here. If you're putting this together, you buy one of these in a split, come back through and reseal this with some liquid asphalt. You can get it from Home Depot or Lowe's. They're not that expensive. Okay, so now it's just a matter of, and I'm going to come back through everywhere where I've got a screw in here as well. We're going to get it's going to get a dollop of liquid asphalt too, just to make sure we're good. So yeah, all right. And this looks like it's 4 per to get it down. So yeah, yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with how this went. I'm not like upset, and it's not. It's what I figured. Like I said, it's what I figured it was going to be. $219 for the whole thing. Oh well, for this, and then it's another. Like I said, 65.70 for the other piece as well. That's pretty far out there. I don't think that's a problem though. So there's a little bit, like the length is a little bit off here, but it's not terrible. It's not going to be a problem. So again, on this, we want to make sure when you're putting this in that the thing is locked in there. Oof, wind is kicking here. Hopefully that's not a problem on the mic. Try to set basically I've got a gate where it's got to hit a certain decibel before it goes off. So hopefully that is doing what it's supposed to be doing. All right. We got ourselves a chicken coop, folks. Look at that. So we got some more work we got to do here on this, but it's all the hardware now, I believe. Wait a minute. Is there something I missed? I just realized that. Oh, I missed something, folks. Look at me. They did think about that. So they did include, I didn't even realize this thing was a thing. They did include a little piece of plastic to put under this. So I'm going to unscrew these real quick in the center. We're going to slip this underneath there. I'm still going to come back through with liquid asphalt. Like that's the thing for the roof. Like that's just 101. But since they gave me this plastic, I want to make sure that we are, you know, following the rule set that they have. I'm just going to loosen everybody up. Loosen everybody up. And slide that under. Okay. Never mind. Listen, chicken coop people, engineers, I apologize for uh my uneducated uh American bias, etc. What do you want to say? You guys thought about it. So I just didn't realize what the heck this thing was, but now we do. Okay, there's that. That ain't going nowhere. Cool. All right. Now we're back to it again. Get this plastic in here. We're gonna put this plastic inside of here. Okay, up next is always read the instruction, folks. We have latch assemblies here. So these are P9s, or what these are called. So I got P9. Where's Okay, P9, and then so this gets a latch here. So each of these doors are getting P9s. Make sure I got this here. So P9. Okay, so that's what we're doing here. Bunch of P9s. Let's get the P9s done first. That's this here. All right, so when I'm looking at this, what they have, weird. That seems odd, but okay. So the doesn't look like the okay, I see what's going on. I see what's going on here now. Okay, it all makes sense now. So we got the latches here. They are we got a couple of them here. What they're gonna do, it's kind of hard to see. And maybe you guys come in for this. Change the angle a bit. See if I can get the sun to be less here. So down here on the door, it's basically just a way to keep the door from coming out. So it's just like a latch here. You guys can see that. Simple, and it's spring loaded too. Like that's the other thing. So it's okay. So it is locked in, so it'll keep the door locked there. So that's what we're dealing with there. We're gonna be putting in multiples of that here, and we're gonna be using 7. These P7s, which again are the super lightweight ones. So we just want to make sure that we are being cool with those, nice and gentile with those. So each door is going to get one of these, each door, to be able to latch the door shut. So you want the door shut, obviously, just say stuff out loud. Everybody knows me, know I like to say stuff out loud, just make sure it's heard. You just want that done in a way that's going to help keep the door shut. That's it. I do wish, and this is by the way, the engineers who are looking at this, if there's any way you could have this to where it was the other way around, that would be kind of dope. But just because we're gonna get water and ice in here, the way this is designed. So if it was basically top down instead of down up, we're gonna get some ice in here. So we're gonna put them in for now, but I'm probably gonna put different some different hardware on this later, so it's not an issue. Okay, so there we go. Door can't open. Need to get in here to get after some chickens. Boom, all set. And if we need to secure it in a hurry, there we go. All right, let's do our next one. Oh, right here. Come on. Just gonna put this in my pocket because we're gonna be using a whole bunch of P7s here. So we have 2 of these. We got this. Let's grab our next one. So it's gonna be the front and the back are both gonna get the hardware here, and then we're gonna get this hardware done. Little chicken hangout here, guys. That's what we put together today. Little chicken hangout. Good little spot for all these cluckers to hang out. You know what I mean? That's what we want. And yes, I'm going to be making that joke all the time because I think it's funny. I get to make that joke. Ah, joys of being a grandpa. I get to make jokes, dumb jokes like that. And the same thing here with this. So again, these screws are really, really light. Again, like we were talking about, these are the little ones, and we're into some soft wood here. So just be cautious while you're doing this because these are likely to strip too as well, come out. Um, so just word of the wise on that. Not that I'm wise, but you know what I mean. All right, we got one more thing they want me to put in here. Let me open this up. So I did that there. Open it up and get to my thing here. The next spot is we've got this latch assembly, which I will put on because we ordered it. I don't know if I'm ever going to use it because I don't see this ever running out. It's pretty I'm not gonna put that in there. I'm not too worried about the chickens scooting that out. I can't imagine in a situation where this is just gonna randomly out. So we're gonna skip that. We're making that decision right now. That got skipped today. Okay, that got skipped. So we're going on the other side. We're gonna do our two latches over here. Um, I'm gonna move you guys over here just so you can kind of stay in frame. Well, right there, right here. You guys got me. You guys got me. You guys got me. All right, cool. So same thing. We just on the back side of this, we got access for the chickens, little chicken door. Like I said, this is going to end up being back for the most part against this fence, but we do want the latch on there for obvious reasons. Um, don't want any chickens trying to squeeze their way out of here. That's never good for anybody. All right. Need one more. There we go. Let's get to this. What else I got? I got all these screws, and I don't like. I got a bunch of hardware still. I got to put on all the brackets and stuff. There's a whole bunch of brackets that go on this once this is all installed. That's right. That's the other piece I done forgot it about. We got a bunch of them that have to go on, which is fine. And like I said, the last bit, I'm not sure how long it's going to take, but we're live today for as long as it takes for me to get this plus the chicken run installed. Like that's happening today. I'm not going to leave any project half done. It's going to be everything all at once. And again, like always, that's why I go live on these things here is I just want folks to be able to see how long this stuff takes. You know, they say on the package it takes an hour to do this. Um, we've been live for longer than that. I can just tell you that much. Now, true, they do have two people, they say, to do this. So if there's two of us, I would definitely cut down on this. So if you and your partner um, are able to do this together as a wonderful bonding event, you could do that. I don't know if that's something you want to do, if you're interested in that, but that may be another alternative for you too. Just to look at it that way. Okay. And in case anybody was wondering, that was my humor. Oh, construction, putting things together with your partner. If you're looking to start a fight, it's usually where it begins. All right, so both of these doors are secured. They've got their super locks in. Cool. All right. So up next, we've got brackets to do. Stay with me here. Stay with me. Whole bunch of brackets. So let's see where these brackets go. Hey, they look, where do they go? They look like they go up under here too. Yep, they do. And they're all done with P7. So I've got, all right, so we basically got two sets, and these are P13s, right? Yeah, P13s. Lock that door back up and do these brackets next. And for anyone who is thinking about doing or getting chickens, again, that's what this is all about. You can see what this looks like. Here, actually, it's this way. So this one, well, where does this guy go? Like this? Oh, my brain cannot turn these around. All right, hold on. All right, we're gonna figure this out, folks. This guy here goes like this. There we go. Yeah, look at that. I just had to get just like last time. Just had to get the right bracket in the right corner. Everything comes together. It's totally cool. Totally awesome. Oh, look at that plastic. Where that ends up in the next area here. It's in here. Plus it there. Cool. All right. So a bunch of P7s. Like I said, it's the small screws again. We're gonna do four. That's a bunch. They must be expecting these chickens to make a run for it or something. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Bunch on there. This one down here. Cool. As always, just need to get one started, get the party started, and then after that, everything will start falling into place. Just take your time. Again, don't rush this, folks. I cannot overstate how important it is not to rush this with this wood. It will strip these screws, it'll strip the wood in no time. And you're just left with a, well, frankly, just a mess. Stuff you can't use. Stuff you can't use. We don't want that. All right. Man, what a great day out. It is just gorgeous out. My goodness. I am absolutely getting spoiled today. You're having, I mean, 2 weeks we had a foot and a half of snow out here. 2 weeks ago. Foot and a half of snow. Now grass is greening up. I got to get some, I got a treat for bugs in the back. Got to start thinking about fertilizer for the, a little early for fertilizer for the grass, but I want to get the crabgrass, not deterrent, but the, oop, oh, come back for you later. The crabgrass, what's the word I want to say here? Can't think of what my word is here. Basically, keep crabgrass from growing, right? From taking root. So, holy man, this is like an excessive amount of screws for this thing. What are they expecting to happen with these? What are they expecting these chickens to be doing in here, folks? That they got all of these on these brackets. This is nuts. But you know, can't be, never be too safe for honey. That's why I say, got to keep honey safe. Oh, that's another thing here in here we are in northern Michigan. You can always tell when it's starting to warm up too. The the native wildlife starts getting louder and crazier here. So, oh yeah, no worries. So chickens are the bird. It's fine. Chickens are the birds collectively. Hens are the females, and roosters are the males. So you need to just be aware of if you can, like again, you need to know your municipality. It's a good question. It's not a bad question. Um, within your, your municipality and whatever ordinances you have, they're like for instance, like we don't allow roosters in our area. Like there's no roosters allowed in Custer. If you already have them, it is what it is, but we don't want any roosters. We're gonna make an adjustment to that ordinance, but like for instance, because they're loud. And our chicken folks, like they push back and they want roosters, which is fine. We don't have an answer for ordinance, but we do want to get them under control, because we have a lot of city folks. I mean, that are going to move up here and they're going to try to get chickens, try to do the thing, and they don't understand that for many creatures, when you have chickens, what you're doing is you're making a buffet for a lot of the predators around here, foxes, coyotes. Like they're going to be like, ooh, it's snack time. You know what I mean? So it's one of the things we just want to make sure we got there. So yeah, it's not a bad question. So again, with that though, you just want to make sure you understand your ordinance and what that means for your ordinance as well. So there may be some restrictions in your area. Just know what that is and you'll be good to go. And if you have questions, as somebody who is an elected official, been in government for a while, just ask. Just get a hold of somebody on your city council, get to your area. Just ask the question. They're there to help you stay compliant. They're not the bad guys. They simply just they have a job to do, and they're bureaucrats. They're going to bureaucrat. We have a number of folks that once they actually found out they could just ask me questions, a lot of their problems evaporated in the village. The guys just asked the question. So, anyways, go back to the construction here. I'm just still laughing about the sign that says the note um that we only assembles with just a few screws. That's too funny. I mean, I was really hoping that all this stuff was going to be pre-assembled, but whatever. It like I said, it's a good day to be out here. I am going to. I do wish, like on Amazon, that I could attach a link to like this whole video so folks can see how long it takes to put these things together. I think not that it'll dissuade any sales or anything, but so they have a more realistic understanding like what it's going to take. Okay. You guys lose me. Here we're gonna bring you over just a little bit further here. Come here. All right, sorry about that. I got get my camera adjusted. You can kind of see where my Brussels sprout's doing its thing right now. Apologize. Come here. Do, 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 do. There you go. Tracking. Okay, so we're on the back side here. Getting our next set done here. Oh yeah, definitely being a day today. When we only got a little bit left here, folks, and then we're gonna be off to starting on the chicken run, which will be exciting. Be exciting. Okay. Never ceases to amaze me how much of this uh come on. There you go. Oop, made a mistake there. Made a mistake. Ooh, Ryan. We don't like that. Had my bracket dropped on me when I was trying to do some work here, so just go on this next one. It's not all is lost, but but it did make a little extra hole that I didn't need to make, you know what I mean? So all right. Man, this is pretty cool. I like this little thing. I don't know if I necessarily like all the fiberglass I'm seeing everywhere, but um whatever the heck that is that's crystallized on there. I just won't be licking it. But like with a lot of stuff here, they treat their who knows what they actually treat their wood with over there. But it won't be a problem. Won't be a problem for the chickens. They'll be good. It's all on the outside. They won't be running around out here doing stuff. Oh, so the other thing that's been happening too is well, so Canadian geeses are all coming back. So we have got they're all coming back. So we've got them honking all over the place, honking everywhere, making all sorts of noise. That's always a good sign too. They're always, nice little bellwether that hey, things are okay. Like this week, the entire week we are supposed to be above freezing. So that's going to be pretty cool. Like we are not supposed to dip back below freezing for at least a week. So that's going to kickstart an awful lot of the plants around here, which is going to be great. Like yesterday we were doing some work on the doing some work out in our out in the front yard there. It's great. All right, so we're going to try tracking again. There we go. Cool. All right, so we were doing some work out in the front yard Again yesterday, just working on in the corner of the property, getting that set up for wasn't getting rid of all of the basically my leftover flowers from last year, and it just looks so nice. I mean, it looks everything's starting to look clean. Starting to be able to get after the things that are here. So all things considered, it's good. All the rabbits, I'm telling you, they've been awake obviously all winter, but they are out everywhere right now, tearing up whatever is greening up. It's pretty funny to see. Like they're ravaged. Like they have been. I mean, really, come on, man. Okay, so stop trying to rush, Ryan. Focus, man. Okay, here's that one. But yeah, they've been tearing up everything that's growing right now. Anything that's popping up, the rabbits been tearing up around here. Another good sign. But we are definitely I should be able to get peas started out here. As far as I can start working the ground now. It's March. So we can get my peas planted out here. I've got some started. All the brassicas, they're up, so I can kind of get them rolling too. Once they get a little bit more established. Brassicas for sure. It's one of the things out here in the garden too. The brassicas definitely don't mind the cold. They are like, yeah, man, just bring it. I mean, I still had kale that was viable up until we hit like January, and then the January deep freeze hit, and they were done. Um, but I have them up right now. I'm just trying to see more than anything. I've got some Brussels sprouts that are the stalks that made it through. They were still carrying greenage through the winter, so I have them propped back up. See if maybe I might get just one more helping out of these Brussels sprouts. They were really good. But I have more Brussels growing. We'll get them going. This is what it is. All right, so I got two more screws here. And we're just getting these in here. And then I gotta see what we got left. I don't know. Let's see what this. I have a few larger bolts that are left here that I'm not sure where they go. So we're gonna find out together. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be exciting. Okay. So those are in. Those are in. You ever feel it, man? I hope I didn't miss something. All right. So then I've got the coop run. Okay. So let's get the coop run. That's next. They're telling me that's next, folks. And it's gonna connect right down here. So first things first, we're gonna get this back. I mean, let's take a look. I mean, let's go over here and take a look at it, guys. Let's get a good look at it here. Come on down. So here is, there you go. There it is all together. We've got the coop. It's got a little space out here where the chickens would come up. It's got, steps up into here. As we saw earlier when we were piecing this together, um, inside here, it does have some roosts for them as well. I think I can do 8 chickens in here, be fine. And then everything went well, went fine together. It comes with it. You can actually pull everything out here to clean, which I think is going to be great for a lot of like I said, the chicken manure is one of the main reasons I'm doing this for fertilizer. To have that right there to be able to go. On this end over here, you know, this is sturdy enough. This is going to be good. This lifts right up, and we got 2 laying boxes right here for the hens. So, and it secures easily enough, which I am going to make sure that this does because I don't want the wind grabbing this. Not that I'm worried about it too much because it is kind of heavy, but it is springtime. We do get these 50, 60 mile an hour winds that come through here. So we've got a total of 4 nesting boxes, 2 on each side. You know, I think overall it's decent. It's a construction you expect to get for $219 and everything there, right? And like I mentioned, this is not going to be a forever chicken coop. If I get, this is for us for a couple years to test, and then after that, it's like, okay, what do we want to do with it? So, I mean, all things considered, I like it. I need to see how big the run is. Like that's next on here, guys, that we got to take a look. So, hey, thank you. I appreciate that. We're not done yet though. We still got to do the run. Let's not do the thanks yet until I get through the run. Still got to do the run. So, yeah, that's my neighbor Howard just went by, so he's going to be asking questions about chicken coops now. All right, so the last piece here is we got this guy. You guys can see me over there. I got this big old box. It should be. I'm assuming this one should be pretty straightforward to do. It's just the chicken run, right? So I will say this much: all the boxes did come um, pretty straightforward. It wasn't like overly. Didn't have to think too much. When I went on Amazon, this is actually one of the accessories that they talk about. Is in the actual when you're doing the sale is that this is something you can get, which is the chicken run. So is this guy lit? There it is. It does lift somewhere. Okay, that's what I thought. Let's do this. All right. Now the wind is picking up, of course, just when I'm getting ready to open this, and there's all this styrofoam that's in here. So we all know we're gonna have an adventure at some point here. I have a feeling. I've been way too lucky so far today. Oh, okay. Wind, die down. We do not want the styrofoam everywhere. Pretty please. Sugar on top. Don't go everywhere. Hey, could you just unstick, please? Oh, I cut the wrong spot. That's fine. I'm like, what the heck? Okay, there we go. Okay, now we're good. Hopefully this thing just unfolds in one shot. It does. Cool, 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 cool. All right, let's get this guy out of here real quick. So it comes in one shot. I had a feeling it did. It's just going to unfold, but I want to get this styrofoam inside the box quickly here with post on top of it. Okay, so this is the run portion of it. We're going to kind of get this all set up in one shot here now and take a look. So, but this should just unfold and it should be a pretty decent length. Because like I said, I wanted more room for the chickens to be able to do their thing, right? Happy chickens, delicious eggs, eventually delicious chickens, you know? And it's like this. And most of the chickens we know are going to be, will have around for a couple years, then they're going to end up in a stew pot. You know, they've done their production for eggs, and then, we're going to make some chicken soup. Chicken soup for the soul there. Okay, so you can definitely smell the pine in here. Uh, it's not cedar. It's a softwood, but it's not cedar, but it's definitely softwood. Okay, so one, two, three, four. Okay, this is interesting. Let's see how this looks. I see some pegs. Oh, I got a little chicken door. We got a chicken door, folks. And one other thing I'm gonna do, I have like when I did you can see I've got cattle wire, I've got plenty of chicken wire as well too. One of the things that I'm gonna have is I'm gonna do additional small runs off of this once everybody gets kind of established. I kind of got my garden going, where these are gonna go around my entire garden, like big portions of it. I want the chickens going like in between to be free to go in between the tomatoes or over to where the corn is or whatever to go and just have a field day, eat whatever the heck they want to, just chomp, chomp, chomp all day long, get their stuff. Okay, so who's that? I don't think there's anything else in here, right? Okay, what am I missing? You ever just have a feeling like you're missing something? Wait, no, there's all the hardware. Okay, so this can go. Sorry about all the extra noise, folks. I know it's a bit much with this, so I apologize. It's all part of the process. Get you in there, get you back down. Okay, there. there's that. Okay, so that was a bit more. This is a bit. I was hoping it was going to fold out. It doesn't appear that's going to be the case. Okay, so let's take a look at our pieces and parts here. So I've got, like it's a little something to get in and out of there. Not sure. Got another. Oh, got another one here. Looks like I've got two of them. This, we'll see. I'm not going to make assumptions about what this is for. We'll let the manual tell me what that's going to be. Got one, two. These are the same, basically. All right, so we do have a chicken door, it looks like, of sorts that we can. So my first initial hunch is that no, we're not doing that. We're not making assumptions. We're gonna let the directions tell us. Because I'm gonna be wrong. And then y'all gonna laugh at me because I was wrong. We don't want that. All right. The last piece here, as I mentioned before, you haven't done a bunch of stuff. Always look for the red ribbon. So it says 60 minutes for assembly. So hey Jody, how are you? Got sunshine. Heck yeah. They said six. So this one they said is 60 minutes. They said the chicken coop one was 60 minutes. I think this one will actually be 60 minutes. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Let's go. Let's get to work, guys. Bunch of screws. Got a latch. So let's do this. So first things first. I got ah, I put my sprinkler on this guy here. We're gonna make sure that this bottom door is basically open. We're gonna make sure that's good. We're gonna do that first one because this ends up being towards that door. I already know that. Here, let's just do that first. This piece open here. We want this guy open, right? And I'm gonna basically end up zip tying that guy back at some point. Like that's what's gonna happen with this door because we have another door, a gate for the chickens. All right, so the chickens are gonna have their own gate. Okay, all right. So back to this. We need this O and P by this. So let's find an O and a P. Um, it's a R, and this is in. Okay, here I found a P. Okay, let's find an O. Not sure what an O looks like. We're gonna figure that out here real quick. Where's an O? Oh, here's an O. All right, so we got an O, we got a P. And it says these are gonna be put together. This here is gonna go. All right, so this is here. Wow, okay. So it looks like it goes together like this. Okay. Yep. So it looks like it goes together something like this. Wait a minute. Wait. Here's this. All right, so my brain is hurting looking at this. I gotta get down here and take a peek. My brain does not want to move this stuff around. Okay, sorry. I got the wind kicking right now again because it should. Okay, so I've got these blocks go here like this. What it looks like. Okay, weird, but we'll make it work. And then okay, we're just kind of looking at this here, folks. I'm just trying to make sense of this. So I got gates, doors on either side. All right here, and then yeah, I mean that makes sense. It goes into those. Okay, this is we need oh 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are P4s. All right, let's take a look at our screws here. So I'm not feeling confident right off the bat here. It's never a good sign, but it is what it is. We will figure it out. So I need 4 P8 screws to get started. So that's going to be these here. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, folks. Fingers crossed here. I'll take hearts and likes and all the love in the chat, whatever you can give me, because like I said, I do not feel confident about this, but we're gonna make it. We're gonna do the thing. So it looks like this door is open, goes right up against the side of the coop here. Seems weird that it would. Okay. All right. Let's do it. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, get me wrong, but it just seems like it's weird that it would fit that way. It must fit. I don't know. I don't know. We'll take a look at it. It's not like it's the most, not like I can't figure it out, you know? All right. So, really, what I'm looking at here is like, this part here is going to fit flush against, it should fit flush against the actual coop. It just doesn't look like it wants to. You know what I mean? Thank you. Thank you. I will take the good luck. Appreciate that. Okay. Again, I'm not overly worrying about it here because end of the day, we're still just talking about housing for chickens. But yes, thank you. We're gonna do this. Okay. So let's make sure it's square and we'll get after it. Okay. All right. We're gonna start with this guy. Make sure that this door is on the right side. Yep. Goes on the right side. It wants to go here. You guys want to be able to watch the action, so oh, I lost you guys. Hey, come here. Follow me down here. Sorry about that. There you go. Come on down. Come on down. Come on down. There you go. Follow me, buddy. Good job. Good job. Proud of you, camera. FYI, folks. I have some folks that hop in my on my business, the business side of what I do, um, every now and again to talk about different things. And folks are really worried about AI taking over the world. I just want to go on the record and say, one, we don't have AI yet. So the thing that people call AI, like Chat GTP and whatever, it's not. It's a, it's not AI. It's not even anywhere close. All right, so I've got to do a little bit of um, got to use an extra tool here to help support this. Okay, and I want to make sure this guy's all the way down there. Okay, there we go. All right. I used to work on missiles for a living, folks. The number of things we had to figure out in order to keep those things going, you would probably actually wouldn't be surprised. Woo! That wind is kicking. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. This doesn't make for good good well, at least on my end, it doesn't make for good entertaining anything. All right. So this is an O. This has to go here. Okay. Okay. Cool. Well, that wind was just stupid. I think that's the best way to describe that. Was just dumb. It just literally came on just to be annoying more than anything. Okay. That was just dumb. All right. Next spot here is going to be just getting this next one here up and running. I see why they use these screws on this spot because they definitely grab quicker than a lot of the other ones I had. I don't want this. We need this. Thank you. Okay. I'm not going to let this take an hour, folks. Just FYI, we are going to get this done in a timely manner. Okay, so I'm just looking at this thing. Okay. Oh, that's how. Well, that's how. Okay. Hey, so we're down here, folks. Um, really easy. The door for this, the hinge, is just pins. They pop right off. So when we want to have this actually installed, they're just pins. Hopefully, I can get you back in there. It just lifted right off. Hmm, that's interesting. All right. Will you get back in there? Anything will you hear? I don't want my door coming off yet. I will. A second. There we go. Okay. Cool. I think I see how this is gonna go. I think we're in a good spot here. All right, next is amazing how instantly I feel, R and a Q instantly feel better once I have the first piece done here. So this Q we're gonna have here. So this is gonna have this guy is going to open up here. It says it should have some tabs that this will slide into. So like I said, folks, I got this extra run because it's an accessory you want to have here. Also, obviously for the chickens, but I just wanted to see what we're going to be getting into from this company, and they offer this. Okay. Next, we need these 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's secure these. There's two that go over here. Let's get the first one in. It seems weird that it would just be a. Okay, that's what I thought. So that was not anywhere near long enough. So these are P2s that I need here. These are the longer ones. Okay. That makes a little more sense now. Like that did not seem right. This is going to seem a little bit better. Let's see. All right. Now, for those of you who have been with me for a while on this, I hope you're enjoying the hilarity of this. But this is honestly, ah, again, what I talked about before, why I do these. I don't like the videos where they skip through this part of it. Like, this is an important part. Like, these things take a while to do and to do right. Um, so why not just get some wonderful footage of the drama of putting these things together. So it's right here. Okay, this guy goes right here. We're gonna back this up some. You guys can see what's going on. Here you go. Hopefully everything's still. You guys still with me? Okay, cool. So it's just like we had before. On this side, there are some notches. You got some tabs, got some notches, and this goes back to kind of like what I was talking about before. The amount of money that you would spend putting one of these together to get the materials and everything is still going to be about $60. If depending on how much you want to do. Like here, if you just got a small yard, small garden that you want to do, I have a ton of chicken wire for various reasons. So when I decide I want to expand, like I said, I've already got the components and stuff that everybody want to have. For folks that don't, this is a viable option. Just understand you're stuck with exactly the dimensions and the layout and exactly what this is. As long as you're okay with that and you understand that, you do you. You get what you want. So, all right, I can kind of see where this is going now. All right, see how this is going to fit in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my coop back now. Just going to move it back to where it's going to be its pseudo permanent home till we really get rocking and rolling with it here. So I just want to have this guy come on back right up against the fence here. All right, because this is where it's going to go, give or take. I mean, I'm going to make some more adjustments, but just so you guys can see, I got a permanent style, what this is going to look like. Obviously, everything will have to be leveled, and you know that's understood. That's going to have to be a thing, right? Because it's not level here at all, to be honest. But that's fine for what we're doing. Actually, you know what? I'm going to move it over here. We're going to make it look good for the video. That's what we're going to do. And I'll adjust it later. Put a lot of effort into this, so let's go ahead and make sure that we're going to have this guy how we want. Look good here. There we go. I think that'll do. Okay, so let's do our last bit here. I'm going to lift this door right off. Just place it in here for now. So we can just kind of get this thing all connected. We can kind of see what the full kit looks like here as we're doing this. Get some of my compost out of the way. Like I said, as we get closer to chicken time, I'll be out here completely leveling this whole thing off and just doing all the goods with it. Let me bring this even further back. Make sure you guys can see what we have going on here. All right, so next up is should be the end, I would assume, right? Yep, so this is going to be P8 times 4. P4, P8s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Happen to have 4 left. Look at that. And this, we'll go here, and what this has the, for when I want to extend, which I will be on the end of this, there will be an extension for them to be able to go as well. Like I say, because I'm going to run some extra like chicken tubing out for them to go do their stuff. And again, right now I've got this set up here. I may find I want to flip this a different direction, and that may be the case. I don't know. Like I said, it's kind of got to have it set up in a way that it's going to make sense for me. I don't mind having to work a little bit extra around my garden, but I do want to make sure this is done in a way that is going to be easy for my wife and I to get in and out, and anybody we have helping out take care of the chickens while we are out of town. Yeah. All right, and just like before, there are tabs. There's little tabs, little slots that we got here. We're just gonna pop in here like this. before we do anything. Make sure that they are in. That one. That one. The same thing on this side. Now, in so with this, just so you guys can kind of have an idea of what I'm looking at here. Obviously this run is just going to be a tiny little thing for the chickens. I eventually want to have something big enough where I can go in there and we've got roosts that are up that they can fly up into, that they can go up and hang out in, do whatever chickens do some, quality chicken time up in their roosts. We want to make sure that's a thing. So, so we'll have that. Cool. Man, I mean, I'm pretty happy with this. All right, now I'm guessing next, we're going to look at the directions, but it appears we're going to drop all these on. We got eight screws. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So 8 screws here. So it's one, two, three, four, one here. Let's get these out so I can kind of see it here. All right, so they're hinged, right? They go on top. Now this one is hinged this way, and it's going to go over here. And what this is going to do is give us a spot where we can get in here. They have doors on either side here as well. Like I said, door. They have gates is a better phrase that you can get in here, right, for stuff. Okay, so this has got some pretty decent engineering behind it. This actually, I'm surprised, only costs as much as it is. This is actually all right. So let me just the last bit here is going to be with these P4 screws. There should be 8, and then this is going to be hinge side here. Let me look here. All right, so I got to look at this to see what we have. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So they want this. Sorry, I got wind just screaming at me right now. This actually goes this way. Okay. This one goes here. This is going to definitely get this structure nice and rigid. And it's going to have, so this one opens in the middle. This one opens on the end. Looks like they only have the one latch though. I may put that extra latch, the one that I didn't use, drop it right here. Okay, so let's get this guy secured. So I got 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We just want to make sure everything is squared up before we get started. Square as you can, guys. I mean, understood this is not going to be a perfect square. And frankly, when you're working with chickens, they ain't too, they're not too worried about you being 100% squared up. Okay, so let's get these in. This is a nice little, hey, this looks all right. I'm actually pretty happy with this. Overall, when you look at it, plenty of room for a few chickens to go do their thing. Huh, I'm glad I picked it up. This extra bit. That little run there just seems a little cramped, and I would worry whatever I did would be, you know, not as, I don't know, just not good, I guess is the phrase I'm using. Let's drop you here. Let's get started. 2. Okay. And again, I'm not going to secure this to the coop today. Obviously, once it gets in its forever home, we're going to drop that coop for exactly where it is, where it needs to be. Sorry, just double check here. Yeah, I just saw your note there about using my head. Yeah, it is what it is. But gotta do what you gotta do. I guess that would be the part where they say you need 2 people to do this. I say you're not being inventive enough personally. So we're gonna do this, make sure there's a little bit of a gap here. So with this, when I'm putting this together, one thing I'm mindful of, and I just want to make sure is that there's enough of a gap here when this expands. I don't want this to be stuck. I want to be able to just open that if I need to open it. Okay. So we just want to make sure that there's a tiny enough little gap there, just that when it does expand, that I'll be able to get in and out of that like it's designed to. Okay. Those. Okay. This is come. So this would be the part where they would say would make sense. Hey, we are I'm gonna say assembly with only a few screws. In this case, yes, this would be one where the assembly was with only a few screws. Yes. So I definitely am on board with that in this case. Here. All right. So in this spot, I want to make sure. And then here, there's a latch that we're going to be putting on over on this end. So I just want to make sure that this is squared up best as it can be there. That this is still there. Okay. And we're off to the races. Let's go. Because what this has on this end, excuse me, as I'm sniffling, I hate it when when I sniffle and do this stuff. Is we've got this lock. Wind is picking up again. So we have this lock, which is going to go on the gate on the our little gate that we have over here. Or, wait, it doesn't go on this. What am I talking about? This has its own latch. This is a lock here to keep this down. Okay, so this can stay locked, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, and we can lock these guys up nice and tight. They aren't going anywhere. So let's do these last 4 screws here, and we're gonna take a little look at the overall coop as a whole. We're almost there, folks. This has been an adventure today. I'll say that much. I am definitely looking forward to lunch. I have got that hunger right now. But we're going to get this done first. We got to clean up. Then I will go in, enjoy some food, and chill out. Like I said, strawberries aren't getting touched today. That's a bummer, but that's okay. They can make it one more day. They'll be fine. They will find a way. So this latch here, just to make sure I've got it. So the latch here goes basically, when we look at this thing, it's going to swing like down. So this one's going to be on top, the little hook. Right. So, remember what we said last time too. We're always about the latching hardware, right? It's got to be. We got to make sure everything is good, and I bet you these folks have already figured that out. It looks like it's straight, so we will do what we do here. Screw there. Oh man, I tell you. So it's March time frame. We got April to get through, and then starting in end of April, and it won't be in April, no matter what, no matter how nice that feels right now. It won't be until we get into we get into um May, but it'll be exciting times too because I will be out in the forest. We will be going after our morel mushrooms. It is that time of year coming up here very soon. And for those that know I am all about going get some morel mushrooms now that I'm back in Michigan. I want to get some. And my wife, she'd never had them before, so last year was her first time having them, and you know, it's like with a lot of folks, you don't understand what all the fuss is about until you have them. Then you're like, ooh, this is a really good mushroom. And you're like, yes, yes, it is. This is a very good mushroom. Okay, so that does lock. Not the best mechanism. I'm probably going to replace that. But like I said, we're going to use whatever they gave us so we can give a fair assessment. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have a chicken coop with a chicken run that we can get in here and figure out exactly how to connect this later. I think I get it though. All right, so I'm gonna bring you guys over here so you can see the full on. We can do a better picture of this here. I'm gonna take off that tracking. Is what we're gonna do. So, and we're just gonna do this by hand, okay, folks? All right, there's me. Hey, everybody. Yeah, I'm out here with a laptop. I've got a Cat 6 cable, so I can do some good stuff here. So there it is. All right, so we're gonna go back over the features again, just kind of talk it through since it's there. All right, obviously we got the run here. It's not connected. But all things considered, I'm pretty happy with this run the way it is. You can see how it's gonna fit in here, and I'll be able to secure it right now. It's still gonna allow me to get in here and get my stuff out of here, right? Like that's an important piece, so that's what's got to get kind of figured out. And that's mostly because this isn't level. We're just piecing it together for today. It's got ability in here for us to go in and just see our chickens as well. Got this extra door. I'm real happy with the roof here. It is what it is. And then on the sides, we've got, and they're locked up, but I will unlock it. Show you to be able to get in there, no issues. We got our hen boxes on either side. We got this side over here, and then the far side over there. Down below in the, which would be the stock chicken run, the one that comes with. Um, Move this out of the way. This is going to just basically hide underneath here until I'm ready for it, until we have our chicks, right? Because we're still a ways away. So under here, we got the door, which I'm going to put back in so we don't have anybody moving in here. It's got, a small little run under here, nothing really all that spectacular per se. Um, there we go. But it does have two different landings for the chickens to be able to go up into. Up here inside of this as well, it's kind of hard to see, but they do have some roosts that are in there as well for the chickens so that they're up instead of being out. They're not going to be up here per se. I may see what I can do, but I think I'm going to leave them with the roost that they currently have for this year. So, all right. Well, that is where we're at for today, folks. Listen, I really appreciate everybody coming and hanging out here. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Again, for the folks that were here for the whole time, Soto, again, I appreciate just kind of hanging out. It's always fun to chat with folks while we're doing this here. Uh, Again, this is from Amazon. I'll post an update mid-year at the end of the year going into the next couple of years, just how it's holding up. Like I said, this is not a long-term solution, but this is a great way, in my opinion, for $300 just for the coop plus the run to be able to get in and test out whether or not you think it's going to be a good idea for you to have chickens or not. So, with that, hopefully I earned your subscription today. Take care, and I will see you around the greenhouse this week. I'm going to be in there a bunch going live. So take care. We'll see y'all.